you are What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Sarlacc Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 294, being recorded on February 12th, 2025. I'm your host, Darth Moocher. Scott Solo here is with me.
What's up, nerds?
Grand Admiral Franz is here.
Howdy.
And like always, Ernie the Fallen Fett is not here, but will be here.
We're going to see what he comes up with this time. This is going to, it's always,
we're just going to, when he comes in, nobody say a word, just jump.
Yeah.
We're just going to continue talking as he was here the whole time. Right. So, but before, we do that and everything. And then before we get into all the great Star Wars stuff, and I see everybody being in the pit there, ready to go. Scott, Shadow Council, go.
Yes, sir. So, hey, welcome back, everybody. Shadow Council, special shout out. I'm talking fast, skipping things. AJ from the Forbidden Panel, Brandon and Anya Epler, Brian C., Cliff Commander Bly, Crystal E., Don the Dad Dorn, Eric Grubb, Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour All Cure podcast, Justin the Vanilla Thunder, Mervine Bolanos, Matt Logic Mufftaff is back. Oh my God, I'm stuttering now. Nicholas Schaefer, Obi-Wan Kenobi, plus Ryan and the Star Joe's podcast. I'm saying all those folks' names because those are the fine folks that actually back the show and allow us to do this thing to bring it to you live and in your faces every Wednesday and every other Monday. So if you want to become one of those people, get that special shout out, just log on to patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast and donate $1 or $2. You can scan the QR code too, but if you're using an Apple iOS device, Apple's going to take 30%. And we don't want that. We don't want your money going to Apple. They've got enough money. So don't do that. That's right. So yes, special shout out to our amazing Shadow Council. We love and appreciate all of you. And we're going to get you involved in an upcoming thing. So stay tuned for that.
Yes. And don't stop there. Everybody in the pit who is eager and waiting.
So stressful. So stressful. We've got Hal Runner Base in there. What's up, Hal Runner Base? I'm going to try and do this myself. We'll see how this goes. We've got John Jedi. Hands free. We've got Gordon Skalski. What's up, Gordon? We've got Commander Bly. We've got Rhino Hobby. It's amazing. He's not even first, and he's still first. It's amazing how that works.
It's a state of mind.
That's right. First is a state of mind.
Yes.
Again, we got Rhino Hobbies in there. We've got the amazing Dr. Senior Basil G. We've got John Graber, the space jockey. Let's see. Who else we got? We got Don the Dad Dorn in there. We've got Santo 1414, and then there's this loser here who is nowhere near first at all.
If you ain't first, you last.
Shake and bake, Stu John. Shake and bake.
Nice. Well, guys, we are 69 days away for Andor season 2 premiere.
It didn't even take 40 minutes. It was there.
I told
there
you.
It was.
I told you that the 69 joke was coming early.
When he was right.
So as we are currently in line waiting for that, of course, what we do all the time is we do our line talk, right? And we bring in it all. If we were standing in line physically waiting, as we were. You guys remember the Galactic Cruiser Hotel? Do you guys remember that fiasco?
When we were younger, way back when?
Yeah. Enlighten me. I mean, it sounds like it's possibly a failed attempt at something, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they I saw a thing that they were refurbishing it to office space for their I don't know, the Imagineers or whatever in Florida or something like that.
Are they punishing them because this thing has no windows?
So, yeah, but I mean, I was just like, that's kind of cool. I mean, if anything, it's
if they kept the theme,
yeah. Well, no, they are. I think I doubt that it'll have any kind of
there won't be any immersion going on.
Yeah, no immersion.
I would love to go to work and everybody's like immersed.
I'd apply.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's an office space now. Yeah, and at first I saw plans of it that they wanted to maybe turning it into a restaurant, which I'm like, that would have been fine because it had a restaurant already, right? It has a kitchen, it's got a thing. Then I'm like, well, why not? I mean, that's a money maker if you keep it decent,
At least it wouldn't be nothing. So if office space you can use and use it as whatever, save money somewhere.
Yeah.
Have the hotel or have a restaurant at the bottom for everybody, whatever.
It's just something that caught my eye. Like,
what a horrible thing to happen, right? We got a Star Wars hotel.
I mean,
right? It supposedly immersive, but nobody immersed. And it just gets wrecked immediately.
Yeah, it lasted a year, I think. I don't even know if that, but
honestly, they're lucky that Galaxy's Edge sometimes gets away with not having original trilogy stuff going on. But that thing was more Star Trek-y than it was Star Wars.
Yes, it was.
That was probably the problem.
Failed off the bat from that infomercial that they did. I mean, right off the bat, everybody was like, "What?
Oh
yeah. What was that?"
And it was priced out of.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
It was overpriced.
Yeah. I mean.
Well, don't you find it weird there though that they didn't try to cut prices all of a sudden? They just kept giving people free goes. They were sending the influencers there for nothing to try to get people to go instead of hey, let's just reduce the price for a while. Yeah. Let's up it later. I realize,
I was actually I'm actually shocked that they didn't just, like you said, try to revamp it or change it into something doable. If people saying is ridiculously expensive, absolutely. That they didn't try to wedge it back, or was it at hey, these prices are at the brink of just breaking even from what they wanted everybody to do? Then they really overestimated their own cost plus people's willingness
Yeah.
to go in
They're
and do
putting
that.
you on a space cruise when you can go for a real cruise for like a third of the price or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah,
Right? And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not really going to space.
yeah.
Yeah.
As a company like Disney, they could afford to fail. Like they could afford to fail these kind of projects, right? And it's kind of fun to revisit because we did a whole episode on this immersion experience itself, as far as like what we've been seeing, all the reports and all that stuff. And it's kind of cool to kind of fast forward what happened, what did it happen. And I'm like I said, I'm shocked that they didn't take that time to take a step back and redo it a way that maybe take the feedback, from people who are there, people who are just talking about it. Like I said, immersion without the immersion, because again, the people who were going, it just didn't seem fun. Like us would love a immersion experience to go like a getaway, but it did not seem fun for us to do that. You know what I mean?
To catch somebody in dad shorts and a Bermuda top,
kids running around,
and sandals, kids, and nobody dressed up with that kind of price. I said it during the time. You should come walk in with a Jedi robe. I mean, and they should give it to you.
Yes.
Or something. They should ask you your size and your affiliation, and you get some
pick
kind
a
of
character, like like a video game. Pick a character.
Oh God, you're getting sorted by the sorting hat into your different classes right there, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Or sort me, right? Again, pick a side or random. Just for fun, and then have that play into like events during the week.
Absolutely,
there if just such a dumb
but that's the thing too. It was 5,000 a night, or I don't know if it was 5,000 a night, Stu John, but it was 5,000 for the experience, and it was like 2 nights, 3 days, 2 nights long.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
and
like I said,
a lot of freaking money for
on paper. It might have seemed actually cool, but like the execution was like, whoa. And like I said, I'm shocked that they didn't try to revamp a couple of times. I did see Jenny Nicholson's video on this. It was actually like, kind of cool, but then I saw other videos and then I was like looking around going like, put myself in there going like, this is awful to stand around like Chris said, like people not doing what you paid to come in and do,
I'd be mad at everybody.
Everybody, dude. I'd be like, I stop the show. Yeah. What the hell are you guys doing? Like, I mean, if you're gonna do this, right?
I would immerse so much as an imperial officer or some bullshit when I walked in, and just be mean to everybody that wasn't dressed, dude. And they would think I worked there.
I'm telling you, man. That
there's a level of immersion in Batuu too that's kind of fallen by the wayside, but from some of the street vendors and stuff like that. But if you go on the rides, like Rise of the Resistance, they are in character. They are imperial. They are mean. They are telling you stand on that spot. That.
If you had
it run by Imperials, that would have been awesome,
dude. Yeah. I agree. Fake fans still be down to go. Yeah, like. We still have like you mentioned, Batuu. We still have the parks, and for you could still go there and talk a little bit about it, the Batuu and stuff. You could still play Sabacc, and they will teach you that. Like there is some of that going on, but it's not like how they started, where you can walk up to the characters and talk, and they had immediate answers. You go up to the droid and say, we don't take that currency. You have to go exchange it for credits and all that stuff. And even though they did take it, it just for us, it was very appreciative. But again, people, the Muggles ruin it because they don't understand. They're walking into the land being like, we're in Disneyland. I didn't pay for this, But,
they just hung a right coming off from Pinocchio. And
and they're like, who can blame them, right?
Yeah.
Who can really blame them for that? So like I said, but it still shouldn't give Disney a pass. I'm like, you should stop all immersion, like stop it all.
You know what I mean? The Disney folks, the people that work there need to
have a script ready.
Be there, right?
Have a script ready. Walk up to people who seem lost and get them into, hey, like have a sign out in front. I don't know. You're walking into Star Wars. Expect to be treated like a citizen of Batuu or a visitor. I don't know. It's something like that. That's something that I think Walt Disney would have loved to invent himself. That you're walking into, Peter Pan world, and you're one of the Lost Boys, right? You're like, you're and buy into it.
Yeah, you're right. Because even going into Star Tours, you're walking through basically the airport, right?
Yeah,
getting loaded in, doing all this stuff.
Yeah,
all they gave us is a tunnel.
Yeah,
to walk through, and the music changes, and that's really it. There was there could very easily be something there, some kind of something playing, some Jedi voice talking about something, Yeah,
You're like, like those
easily.
the marquee in the front. You're about to enter the world of Star Wars. Expect to be, expect that, I don't know, something where just kind of like
everybody
giving a
in the
heads
mood of
up,
what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I said, I can't really blame the people who go there, but it doesn't give them the excuse to withdraw and to now, because when we go there now, it's almost like the employees are just there just to do whatever. I mean, they don't really, other than Chewbacca. Chewbacca is probably the best interactive character that stays in character all the way, and the stormtroopers and stuff, but Chewbacca is the best.
Even what's her name? The chick with the blue hair.
Vi.
I think
yeah.
it's Vi. Yeah. She stays in character the whole time.
Yeah.
She's hiding from Imperials. She's talking to people about, secrets and stuff like that. It's cool.
I don't know that I've ever seen Vi. I've seen Ahsoka, and I've seen Boba Fett. And
Vi was there in the early days. I don't know.
I forgot what book she was in. She was in a book too.
The Galaxy's
in.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
No. It was the follow up to Captain Phasma's story, because Captain Phasma, and then there was the sequel to Captain Phasma book. And I remember the first 2 chapters almost felt like an advertisement for Disneyland in Batuu and what they were doing. But after that, the story actually took off, where they were creating the rebel base. The Rise of the Resistance is there, and they talk about the waterfall and the creatures that live in the caves and
love
stuff.
It.
It's a good book. It was actually.
You're right. The first couple, they were in the cantina talking about the drinks.
Yes.
And the food over the side, going through the
Ronto Wraps.
Yeah.
It
was ridiculous. Yeah.
A hologram right before the entrance, and they can do it. They did it with the Ray thing. They can put it behind plexiglass, whatever it is, explaining to the people who are going through that tunnel, this is an immersion experience. Expect, again, that is those little things that I think that, the park should really take advantage of and embrace it, and instead of withdrawing. But Gordon said last month when his daughter and him and his daughter went to Galaxy's Edge, he was approached by Ray and Chewie, and Ray asked if I could pilot a ship. I literally turned into a 9-year-old. Dude, awesome. When we went, as a group and everything, and we got on board the Millennium Falcon, and it was the 6 of us. It was 6 Sarlacc guys. That was probably my favorite moment, because I'm like, I'm here. Everybody here is on the same page. And we're all gonna do this, and when Chris told me to punch it, Chewie, that's when I was like, it's like, oh shit, I gotta punch it, So so good.
That was the day we built the sabers and everything too,
yes.
Right? I mean, we went full on.
Yeah.
No,
it was really cool, and I like to see the parks expand and stuff. So, well, they are bringing back the Season of the Force, right? So the Season of the Force runs from mid-March to mid-May, something like that. It's like 5-6 weeks, and everything. And I think they'll have Star Wars Nights in there somewhere, where it's just a whole shutdown of the park, and one of those experiences that probably already sold out on tickets. Yeah, the after hour stuff. But also the Season of the Force stuff is like they're turning Space Mountain back to Hyperspace Mountain. They've got more gifts.
I don't know why they ever change it out of
that should just be a thing. Just be a thing. Yeah. Well, the diehards Disneyland people will protest the hell out of it.
Half of me wants Haunted Mansion just to stay Nightmare Before Christmas too.
Right? Yeah.
As much as I love Haunted Mansion.
I agree.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah.
So it starts March 28th. There's going to do Shadow of the Memory, which is the Skywalker saga, which according to what the image looks like right here and what I've read, is the nighttime fireworks launch, and I've taken photos of this before, behind the Falcon.
Yes.
But on Main Street, it looks like it's all, just regular basic Disney fireworks. But here in Batuu, they're going to change the music, and there's going to be a story that goes along with the fireworks. So on Main Street, you've got the regular fireworks, but in Batuu, you're getting this Skywalker
2 birds,
saga.
1 stone. I love the concept of perspective viewing.
I love that it's a view of one of the greatest movies.
Yeah.
And on top of that, so then we're also getting Luke Skywalker in Batuu. How many times have we talked about this? This is what Seasons of the Force should be, right? This should be an opening for all of the characters to show up on Batuu.
Yeah.
So,
we've broken down a plan for Galaxy Edge to turn into like Galactic Empire and Rebel Alliance, and then for like a seasonal thing like hyperspace and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And this is kind of a halfway point, I mean, they're giving us legacy characters. I like it when they give us maskless characters, you know what I mean? Rey walk around. Via was an original concept character, which is great too. I think that needs to be a thing. But I like it because it's gutsy, and I think they have to recognize, like, Disney, you bought Star Wars, so bring Star Wars. I mean, like actual what everybody grew up loving, even though the story might go, this is the Mandoverse Luke Skywalker. Doesn't matter, right? This is Luke is there now, which is great.
So, I mean, you have the option. You might have the ability to actually see Ahsoka and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker interacting with each other in Batuu. I mean, that's freaking cool.
I mean, like there's I think they lost the whole canon story. In Galaxy Edge, where they're like kind of like giving you that choice to kind of like pick and choose a bit, because again, the land is canon, the rides are in that time frame. But this for like special event stuff, because Luke is not permanently going to be there. It's only going to be for like this seasons of Discovery, and same thing with Ahsoka. She was only there for a limited time. Hera only for a limited time. So like these are like limited things that maybe you just have to kind of like and
I mean, honestly, Ahsoka, Fett, and Mando and Grogu
they all could live in there forever. Yeah,
but they're not anywhere in. I mean, what's the story having them there?
Honestly, they do not walk past over to where the Rise of the Resistance is.
They stay in
stay in the marketplace, over by the Falcon and the marketplace. They stay in that zone. The only ones that go all over are Rey, the Stormtrooper. Actually, the Stormtroopers and Kylo, they don't even go over to the Rise of the Resistance.
But the Falcon's raised. Do they ever go by the Falcon, like down that low?
Chewie does.
Chewie does.
Can get away with anything, though.
They all do. But you got to remember, though, the radar dish was destroyed in Return of the Jedi. So this is right after Return of the Jedi. That could be what the radar dish looked like for the Millennium Falcon.
But this is Hondo on the ride, and the story. This is a sequel.
But they don't go. They don't go in there. They don't go inside.
But you just walk by Rise of the Resistance. They don't walk in it. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the difference?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's I think they tried to have some control over this and some really. It just doesn't work. Is good, right, Ernie? I mean, like it just doesn't work. Like having.
Going to be there, right? And if then it doesn't work. But with the silence going on here during the fireworks show, there should be more brought to the attention if you're going to watch it in Batuu. So having them switch over and have the show there now, the presence of Luke, but at the same time, we have to remember that he was still in the Ahsoka show and everything. Just because you see a black cloak figure doesn't mean it's all switching over and Vader's going to be walking around the park. That's we're not there yet.
Right. Vader would be different than Luke. Luke, you could get away with it more so. And
all right, hold on, Ernie. That was exactly. We just talked about that 2 seconds before you came on, so you did nail it this time. Like fucking nailed it.
Well done.
But I do want to say that even though I had it in my head that it was Mando versus Luke, not OG Luke.
Same.
I didn't put it. I didn't say it like you did. I didn't think it like you did. I just had it there. But you're right. It's still Disney version Luke, no matter what. So that's a great point, and it's funny because I saw it, but I never thought it.
The immersion parts of it is the rides. Well, not Hondo's ride, because that could, like I said, the Millennium Falcon ride, Smuggler's Run, is in that Mandoverse, right? But it doesn't necessarily have to be First Order. The area, the First Order, and the Rise of Resistance is directly a sequel. Canon base, so you're not you are breaking immersion outside those rides, but not in the ride. I mean, again, but having what we've talked about this, having days specifically for like Galactic Empire, boom, reskin it real fast, boom. Mando, I think they're going that route, and which is great.
So I think they've actually been testing it, because there is a way that they actually can break that, and the break is from the Falcon up the stairs through the merchants and round back to the bottom to the droid depot.
Right.
Mhm.
and that's
And
where
they
you
stay
keep,
away from Rise of the Resistance.
Right.
Correct. And
I
you
mean, the
keep
Falcon's perfect, right?
everybody-
I mean,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, and you keep everybody else there
yeah,
because
yeah.
there is no hint of what is Millennium Falcon Run.
Right.
There is
Right.
no everything on the outside. So
That's what I was getting at earlier, Chris, is that
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
radar dish on the Falcon is post Return of the Jedi. It doesn't have to be that
Mandoverse.
far in the future.
Yeah.
It's Mandoverse era, so it all works.
Yeah.
I guess, but
So-
I just thought that because the story that went along with it, because there was a story that went along with Falcon, right?
When
The
you're
Hondo-
inside. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Rise of the Resistance would be the same thing if I'm inside. If I walk by it, why is that breaking immersion and walking by the Falcon's not?
Yeah. I mean, I
If you're not in the ride,
Yeah,
either way.
because the
If it's just
ride
walking
puts
by
you
the
in
Falcon's
that-
not a big deal.
yeah.
I know they don't walk by the front where the gift shop is because that's
Right.
completely asinine, right? Because that's all first order.
the first order stuff. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
guess
what it is they had a plan and they're gonna slowly stray away from it and just put the characters walk around. And I do believe though they'll have some leftover remnants of canon in immersion in there.
Mhm.
But I think what it's going to turn into is going to be a Star Wars immersion. So like I said, Sabak, they're going to have characters from current shows. The season Discovery is probably going to be the reskin for that period of time. And I think they're going to get away from that whole this land is sequel, in between 7 and 8.
maybe
No, 8 and 9. I'm sorry, 8 and 9 or whatever it was. I think Vi is going to go. I don't, you know what I mean? I think they're really going to just kind of concentrate on.
Well, the only person you would have
advertising-
to have post return or pre-return that you don't really have is Vader. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because
Well, Vader puts you- yeah.
You have Luke.
Yeah.
You could have Han and Leia anyway, right? 'Cause
Yes,
they're-
yes.
they could be post. It's
Yeah.
just-
Vader
mean-
really pinpoints it to a specific. Yeah, Vader.
Yeah,
and
Vader's the
Stormtroopers
only
really,
one besides the garb that somebody would wear, right? Like
They're gonna
Leia
stay-
came out
yeah.
in the white.
They're going to
on
stay in
Storm.
Tomorrowland. Yeah,
Tomorrow,
they'll go stay in Tomorrowland.
But yeah, because
You
we
can
got
get
it's
crazy.
older Fett.
yeah,
What's that?
Boba Fett. Yeah.
You get crazy though with it. I mean, we did have a couple of books where both Vader and Thrawn and Anakin were all
Were
on
at
Batuu.
Galaxy.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they were in Batuu. So, Ernie, have you heard any updates on whether or not they are still planning on changing the ride for Smuggler's Run? Are they still
Yes.
working on that? Okay.
It's supposed to be to the movie. So
Mando
it's gonna
Grogu.
s-
Oh, okay.
So Mando, it's going to be switching
Gotcha.
to a Mando mission that needs the help of the Falcon. So that can change. And then, like I'm saying,
Interesting.
we may, if you were to turn it into meet and greets for a specific, and you had where you walk out of the merchant alley, the market, and there's that big door, the glass door, you
Yes.
can do meet and greets there with Vader and Stormtroopers. Like
That'd be incredible.
if your story was they were scouring the planet, they heard something here. And then if you want to get technical where people were to fight it, then you could turn it into pre and you could have somebody dressed as Anakin Skywalker along with
Mhm.
Captain Rex
Oh, dude,
doing
that'd be awesome.
doing a walk around there. Because
Yeah.
then you don't have the
well,
vision of Vader there.
but
You
also
have
Ernie, they
Anakin
theme
before.
it to an event, right? Seasons of the
Correct.
Force could be like
Correct.
that's their get out of jail free card to do whatever they
Yeah,
want.
yeah,
Any
yeah.
characters they
Remember
want.
We
Yeah.
said this
That's
so
your what
long
if.
after we all went and hung out that day of how they could
Yeah,
do it.
We
And
made
remember, we said seasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Change
made
that
it-
flag to Imperial. Change.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yes. If
let
they
the
just
rides
did
be
by
the rides.
season.
But yeah.
Because you could do prequels, you could
Yeah.
do
Yep.
original.
Oh
you
man,
could do
and that's
sequels,
when you
could
walk
do
through the
cartoon.
tunnel. Like we were talking about with the voice coming through, you change it per season. On
Yes.
who's
Yes.
doing what?
Oh,
This,
It's a hologram,
this is a
like
time
a
of galactic
freaking-
civil war. This is a time
like
of
a crawl. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
speaking
Yeah.
it through.
I mean, Star Tours does it,
Yeah.
right? To put you
Yeah.
in that time. Just
Yes, it
yeah.
does.
Come
That's it.
on, Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's check in with the pit real fast. We got Trevor Ritchie checking
What's
in.
up, Trevor?
We've got William Rodriguez, and we've
Howdy.
got a Howrunner question here. Is there a way to guarantee that I can actually pilot the Falcon and not be any of the other seats? I'm
Ask,
likely going to
yes.
get only one shot at it. You 100% could
Yes.
talk to the group you're in. You can ask the person, I want to be a pilot, and they will put you the pilot with a group. So yeah, absolutely.
Like, if your group
Okay,
doesn't want you to be a pilot, then you just tell the person in charge, and they'll just hold you until somebody will.
Yes.
you're the pilot.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll put
So-
you on the next run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you 100%. Just make sure that the whole thing is I recommend is if you see a little kid wanting to pilot the Falcon, Just wait for the next group.
Hit him with your lightsaber. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, hit him with the
I was with Ernie.
lightsaber, or,
Yeah, hit him with a lightsaber. Yeah.
or wait for the next group. I was
You're
trying
an
not to get
engineer,
kicked out.
kid. This is where the money is. I need
Press
you to
the
go back
button
there,
on the
go
side.
there.
You know,
I can't get there without you, Chief.
Cal Runner, you can do the classic FET, and when you're just there as a gunner, saying, "Oh my God, finally I'm a gunner." It's the coolest thing to be the gunner.
Yeah. I want to
be
be
the
a gunner.
And that little brat will turn around and tell his mom, "I want to be a gunner," and you switch.
See.
And
Yeah.
there it is.
And I just
Yeah.
like to say, punch it, and I like whoever's over here to punch it, and that makes it happy every time.
I don't know
time.
how many times I've yelled at people as they're piloting. They just, and they're adults too. It says, "Okay,
Pull
jump the
up."
light speed." The thing, the lever
Yeah,
is like beep,
blinking
blinking,
at
and they're
you.
not doing anything. I'm like,
Yes.
hit the button, pull the lever.
Yeah,
And
it's
then-
an interactive
Look.
ride. Don't stand.
Yeah.
Don't sit there.
And I don't know about you, Scott, but I still yell, and I don't get how everybody else does it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
every-
God.
yeah,
you know,
every
like,
time.
The
Yeah.
first
Every time.
time. You're
Yeah.
playing. You guys suck. Yeah.
Right now, hobbies. They should boost up that other character, Vi. Yeah, I mean, I think let's not put. I always say double down on a lot of things too. Just put her in
Mhm.
there. Put her in. You know, she's a brand new character created for Galaxy's Edge,
And
which
she's
is
fun.
like I said,
She's-
I love that concept because
Yeah,
we don't
she's a
have these.
great character.
Yeah, and we don't have like conflict in canon because she's whatever. Yeah, I want to make it into live action show at some. Yeah, Chris has been screaming on that every single chance where it should be. Galaxy's
Yeah.
Edge should be like Skeleton Crew, Mando, Ahsoka. Like one of these days we're gonna see
Hondo
it.
and Galaxy's Edge. That's all Chris wants in something. Is
Yeah.
I don't
Hondo
know
and
why-
Galaxy's Edge.
They haven't done it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Gordon, you guys should be planning events to Galaxy's Edge. Yes, I think when the dust settles
Oh,
in
We'll
when they
rent it
nail
out.
their costs down and stuff, we will actually we absolutely. I think that it'd be awesome to just say, hey guys, we're all let's all do a meetup down there. We'll meet at
be
downtown. We'll
fun.
go in and have a blast.
We'll
Um,
buy the park out. It'll just be us.
yeah, exactly. A
Yeah.
couple
Ernie's
more
saying-
Shadow Council members, and
There
we'll be
you
able
go.
to.
Just a few more. You
Real
know.
easy.
Yeah,
So if you
yeah.
haven't
I'll
yet,
fight the kid. Yeah.
It's the way I go all the time. How
There's a couple kids I wanted to fight and on
Yeah.
that ride, and I'm just like, why are you there? Why am I in the gunner position?
Yes.
Oh man, Basil, I'd love to see it in live action. I think they mentioned Batu and Solo. Am I remember that right? Yes. They
do.
mentioned the Black Spire, which
Black
is
Spire Outpost. Yeah.
yeah, Black Spire Outpost. Yep. So it's there, man. It's also they do a great job at promoting Ronto Raps and everything else they got. I mean, they should go to the land at this point because
when they went there with Thrawn and Vader or slash
In the
Anakin
books,
in
yeah.
runs, it wasn't like that. It was
No,
clean.
but-
it just got to the point there for a minute because then there was also a Hondo book. They were everybody knew where Batu was, but Batu was unfindable.
yeah,
But everybody was at.
but
Batu.
everybody happened to cross paths with it at some point. Yeah.
The cool thing
That-
about the Anakin and the Hondo thing, or Anakin and it was Anakin and
Thrawn.
Sorry.
Thrawn.
The cool thing about them though is it explains where the blaster holes, why there are blaster holes in the cantina, and it explains why there's burn marks all over the place on the outside too. It's a really cool little story. So
And if you get the right person in there, they'll explain it,
Yeah.
like the workers. But you gotta.
I mean, that's where it should. I mean, I inside the canteen itself, those workers are awesome. They like those people really are immersed in the story. Like
What do you
I think
mean
they
those
would.
people?
wow,
Yes.
Mooch.
Yeah.
My God,
Jesus
man.
Christ, move.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Star Wars fans.
What do you mean those people?
Yeah.
What do you mean, you people?
God.
Yeah, Hal Renner, take your lightsaber, take over that cockpit. I am the captain now. I'm sure there's a Skeleton Crew reference in there somewhere.
There
There
you go.
should be, and the next iteration. On also Gordon's request that we all meet up and go to Galaxy's Edge. We
Oh.
did.
Wait, I need Neil walking around Batu. Sorry, just need to get that out. So go.
That'd be so cool.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, we
I would
did.
just hold his hand the whole time. Come on.
Come on. Neil.
Come here. Yeah.
Stranger
We
danger.
had-
Stranger danger.
Yes.
We created character. Well, we were going to create character profiles of us, the Sarlacc Digest,
Yeah.
as our characters, like Moocher, Scott Solo, Grand Admiral, the Fallen, and then try to dress the part and have our bios as we were walking around the park, because a lot of people do that. Like we've seen
Yeah.
Sith witches, a group of Sith witches that
That
I
was
cannot
cool.
get out of my mind for
The
some
power
reason.
of men.
I don't know why.
The power of many before
pull
there were
that
power
thread.
many. So, that there are groups of people who still do that in full, like not full cosplay up to the Disney limits, but their immersion is there. Like they're talking
Disney
Star
bounding.
Wars. Yeah, and we definitely want to do that. I think that
Yeah.
still would be really cool.
It's definitely, it still goes on to this day, from the droid crews to Sith and Jedis and Padawans, and then just to being a member, like Mooch is saying, you're from Batu and you have your character, and they all
I love it.
wear
They
their
should
own
recognize it. Yeah, they should, and then
thing.
and then
They
it
make their
converse.
own phone cases, data
Yeah.
pad.
Yeah.
There's a lot, man. The ones who walk around with the droids that they've done and
Yeah.
gone far beyond build a droid, and they
Yeah.
put them in these cat backpacks.
Yes,
It's awesome.
dude.
Yeah.
A keep Neil safe mission. Yes. They have the bounty hunter app mission that you go and you scan things throughout the park and you collect bounty and stuff, and it's like a fun interactive thing that keeps you in the land, right? And so I love that they did expand on that aspect of the Disney app. So I've always said that they need to really they need to find creative ways of keeping you there.
Just bring a battery backup, because that's one
Yeah,
downside about Disneyland now is everything is on your phone. You order food on the phone, you make reservations on the phone, you check your times on the phone, you bring a battery backup. Yes, sir.
So I heard from How We Do Disney. It's a great show on YouTube.
Yeah,
that talks
I've
about
heard of
Disney
them.
stuff.
I've heard of it.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Logo is awesome. So I heard from How We Do Disney that if you go on Amazon and you order a thing called a fuel rod, there is all different things in the park where you switch it for free.
At
Really?
Universal too.
For
Really?
The same ones are at Universal. I go back and forth to the parks changing.
It's an exchange, like propane
Nice
tank kind of deal. Like,
Yes.
I have one right here. Somewhere.
So if you're
What are
at
you
the
talking
brilliant. Yeah.
if you're at the park and your battery does die, you can type in your app on the map and type up fuel rod, and
Oh, that's
it'll show you
awesome.
where all the stations are.
Done.
But for $36, but it's a one-time fee, and
Right,
then you can change it out anywhere in the park continuously. Or
Yeah.
like Chris is saying,
Yeah.
Universal, airports. There it is.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
a
you just-
fuel rod.
You just slide it in,
What the hell?
and it exchanges
Yeah,
it for a
crazy.
charged one. Yeah.
That's
On
awesome.
Amazon, you can get a 2-pack for even cheaper, and it's still the same thing. And you go and you exchange it anywhere.
Nice.
This way,
Right.
you're
Love
never without your phone, without a charger, and you've just saved your money. I mean, that's what
Keep
Howie
your
does
babes
Disney
charged.
Yeah.
Not saying why I needed it at Universal, but just saying
Yeah.
if somebody to have a battery and it
Yes.
was dead and you were needing it.
Fuel rod.
And you were needing it.
One might need to buy a fuel rod.
That's
Anyway,
Fuel rod, 2-pack, $39.99 on Amazon
There
from
you go.
Anchor.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a win. That's a win. That's a
Yeah.
That's a
I'm a-
total game
Keeps
changer.
you in there, man. I love it. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I'm going to drop that link into our chat.
Yeah,
for
cool.
everybody.
Yes,
who,
they're at
wants
airports. You
one.
take them everywhere, man.
I'll
Yes.
grab some.
And
Yeah.
that's
How
the thing,
runner.
It's the one-time thing.
We will definitely, if we do this, you are definitely be a pilot. You just have to decide up or down or left or right.
Yeah.
That's all.
We've done a Hal Runner before. I can't wait till the guys get back.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
it was a
that would
lot of
be
fun, dude.
Super
Yeah.
cool. We've done lightsaber meetups.
Yeah.
They have that. That's
Oh
a
man,
lot of
lightsaber
fun.
meetups were
The lightsaber
so
meetups are
cool.
great.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you were kidding or if you were for real. Yes, you can bring your own lightsaber. The thing you cannot do is you cannot wear a bucket.
right.
Right.
Just can't cover your face.
You aren't correct. You
Yeah.
aren't allowed to. But
Yeah. Unless you're a
if you're
kid.
really
But you can be
thinking of
full
going on,
Jedi or full imp. You could be either one.
Yeah.
correct.
No
Yeah.
face. Oh, nice.
Unless
Star
you-
Wars
yeah.
Star Wars night is the way to go, because what
Mhm.
we're talking about right now is Season of the Force,
Right.
which is for
Which
the
is
couple
during
of
park
nights.
hours.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the special theming and the special shows and food. But
Yeah.
during the month of May, they do have an extra ticketed night called Star Wars Night. It's around
Yeah.
$200, and
Yeah.
you can get characters that you'll never see before, special food, special merch.
Yeah. That's when they close the
And,
park down and you stay if you have a ticket, and it runs till like what 2 a.m. or something like that. Or
Uh-huh.
yeah.
These fans that
I've
show
never
up-
been to one of those
Oh,
at
haven't either.
Disneyland, because they sell out ultra quick,
Yes.
and
yes.
it's a 6-hour event, 6
Yes.
hours, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Scott, for doing that. That's going to
Yeah, no
help a
problem.
lot of people. But totally serious, not joking around. Chris has it there in his hand.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. No, I think that's a great, like I said, the
to this
propane
guy,
deal, you know, like
it is.
take an empty,
You
get a
just
new
walk
one.
up to the machine and you
Love it.
exchange it, and you have a new one.
I love it.
That's awesome.
There is no fee.
That's awesome.
So-
See, even better. Shocking
crazy.
that Disney does not charge for
right?
that.
It's an outsourced thing, so
Yeah.
that's
Gotcha,
why.
gotcha.
It's
Gotcha.
like a little kiosk. You'll find it in the little gift shop at Universal.
Correct.
It's in the in California Adventure. It's in the Toy Story gift shop.
I got you.
Right
Okay.
there, right back there.
Yes.
I mean, that's the smartest thing they did, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Seems like you'd put it over in the lockers too. So
There is in the lockers.
Is it?
Okay.
That's where it is. Yeah. So they're not out there per se like that, like Chris is saying. And that's why I'm saying if you
They're in
type
shops.
it in to your
Right.
map,
Right.
they will show you the locations. But there isn't
That's
like
awesome.
some big old huge sign.
right.
Get a phone charger here. It's not
Yeah.
because it's outsourced.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it is, like I'm saying, you will have to pay that $40 when you're at the park. But then you exchange it anytime that you are. But if you get these Amazons that Scott put in there, you
Mhm.
can already take it with you and still exchange it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Gordon's
Yeah.
getting his today. So, yeah.
Nice. As far as the other things for Seasons of the Force, though,
Yeah,
if you're
go for it.
if you're unfamiliar with it, they do an overlay on Space Mountain. They turn it into Hyperspace Mountain,
Which is awesome.
where it is incredible. They should keep it year round. Where
Yes.
you're in an X-wing fighter and you're fighting the Empire, and it is fight the Empire. You are fighting the Empire.
Yeah. Because,
Well, yeah, that
I'm not
makes
doing that other
sense.
thing. Yeah.
That makes sense. Myrna or Myrna or Merva or whomever.
Marva.
Marva. Marvelous. Got it. Marvelous.
So
Scott, I don't know if you know or not, but the France, the Disney in France,
yeah.
they I think it's that one. One of them keeps it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
As they should. I'll ask Jesse
Like
because
you're saying, I wish we would too, but
Yeah.
one of them does keep it.
Well,
As that.
if you
pretty
keep
cool.
it and then one month of the year they revert back to the Space Mountain, and so like the
Yeah.
OG is Star Wars, and then the special
Yeah, right,
occasion
yeah,
old,
there you go.
old
It's
school
the
Space Mountain. Yeah.
But you go and Admiral Akbar is yelling at you in French, and you're like,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
still tell he says it's a trap, but it's in French.
Uh,
So
Unde trape, unde trape. Whatever. I don't know what that was. But.
And I was like, damn, I didn't know Chris knew French. Wow.
yeah, I know.
know.
Whoa, dude,
No, I was
wow.
closer to Huttese is closer to me.
so also Star Tours. They're working on right now. The last time I was on Star Tours, it was all Ahsoka based, but they're saying that it's
Still
now
is.
they're adding Andor and the Mandalorian to it as well.
Love it.
So I don't know when that's going to take place, but this is all part of the Season of the Force ride overlays. So
When it
might be
starts.
there.
Hey,
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've also got some new merch, including
Oh
I
my
saw this
God.
Boba Fett
You want that
jersey right here.
Journey.
That is mine. 50
That
people
jersey.
sent it to me. I will be getting that mug. Yes, because they do make big boy clothes at Disneyland.
if all the 50 would have just sent you $2, you could have got it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
You're right. Yeah. I'm going to get it
So-
either way.
That's coming. Also, they're doing a
Hmm.
pirate themed Build-A-Saber. So the whole idea is that pirates have stolen lightsaber parts from across the galaxy, so you can now build a pirate themed lightsaber
Awesome.
to go along with your skeleton crew stuff.
And that's to bring
Uh,
back the original parts. Is that what you said, or is this a brand new parts for your saber?
According to this, it's reclaimed and reforged. It says for a limited time beginning May 4th, guests will be able to build their own lightsabers from scraps that have been scavenged by different pirates throughout the galaxy
Okay.
and made their way to Batu. So yeah,
My call is
it's
Mooch. I think it's going to be the third version. So I think it's going to be new limited.
Yeah.
Because when we all did it, it was the first version.
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
are now on second versions. And so I think this being a limited,
Perfect.
like Scott said, is going to be
Yeah,
a third
yeah.
version.
It's a perfect way to
parts.
bring in a
Yes.
new stuff
Yeah.
like that, and then say only for this event. You know.
And
That
maybe
dude looks
it's
like a
like-
pirate.
He does. Maybe it's a mix and match too. Maybe you take a
Yeah.
Sith emitter and a Jedi, something like that. Maybe it's
Mhm,
all
mhm.
mix and match.
I still love my saber.
Be cool.
I do
I
too.
still love. That's my yeah.
Also, we've got some new themed drinks and foods at it looks like it's in the bar. including what looks like a bong over here on the
Yeah,
bottom
Chris
left corner.
zoomed in on that bong right there. He's like, hell yeah,
It's just a glass pipe, really. It's
Yeah.
just
But those Wookiee cookies, hell yeah, like
Yeah, those are great.
we got to get the new cookbook so we can do a Sarlacc night again and cook all the foods and
with
mean,
no
like,
music
and
this
do the
time,
drinks.
just no cantina music. That was
Yeah,
the
right.
no music in the
right.
background.
Yeah,
Sorry.
our bad, Disney.
So-
Sorry,
I know.
jackass.
Then we've got this droid right here, which is some kind of a popcorn bucket, I believe. It's
Yes.
droid parts
Gordon.
premium vessel.
Sorry,
Yeah.
It looks like he's taped
Hell
together.
yeah,
so.
Gordon.
Gordon's
That is,
Gordon super chat $1.99 for Ernie's Boba Fett shirt.
See?
Yes.
What, everybody? $2 each. Get him,
Exactly.
get him a shirt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gordon. Thank you so much for
Yes.
that. Basil, is that as the Saber's gone up in price? Mine was 100 in
Whoa.
2019. Yeah,
Yes.
100.
I think they're like 130 now, aren't they?
Well, I thought it was more.
I remember paying like
it's close to 2.
a lot.
Why did I think that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We have to
No,
check on
that's
that.
right, because it was the same price as a legacy lightsaber plus a
The
blade.
blade. Yeah.
Yes.
So it was
Yeah.
And
the
the-
same price. So yeah, about 2.
I do recommend too. Also, go do if you're gonna get the saber, do the show. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like 15 minutes. It just puts you in that mood of like something,
and
cool,
it's
you know?
yours.
And it's your
freaking
saber. yeah.
magical, man. It is magical.
It is cool.
So, and then of course we've got the premium Darth Vader mug. Includes a fountain beverage,
I need
or water, or hot tea, or something. So, limit 10 per person. So don't go in there going all crazy thinking you're going to buy 50 of them. So,
No, only 10. Oh man.
Oh,
But I like that. I'm Vader is insta buy for me, so I will get this if I
These
can.
these last 2 that Scott had showed are actually have been available for right now.
okay.
I think they're just bringing attention to them. If you are going maybe before the season of the Force, you can find Vader at the across from Star Tours.
Yeah.
And the popcorn bucket is available at a booth where you find the land speeder.
Nice. Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So
like
yeah, this is my that's my build a saber. It was the one with the Rancor tooth.
Mm-hmm. The
And then,
nature one, right?
Yeah.
That the nature. Yeah.
Yes, and it has a white kyber crystal in it, and then I've got the Jedi one right here that's got I think this one's got a purple kyber crystal in it. So
Nice. Heavy. I love them. I have to dig mine
metal,
out.
they're awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Stu
Hey,
John, his wife made the Yoda stew for May the 4th. Hell yeah. That's what got to.
Nice.
Got to.
Hey, before we leave Disney here,
Yeah.
I want to go back to something Ernie said a little while ago that made my balls tingle, and I
Whoa.
wrote it down. I didn't want to make
Whoa.
you guys. I was you talking about Smuggler's Run? Did you say that it was going to be a Mando video changed in there on Smuggler's Run?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we're getting to the point where that's going to Mando and the Falcon together. We haven't
Yes.
got to that point yet, right? So I
No.
mean, if
Right.
it's moving, why did we not just stop right there and talk for 20 minutes?
Well,
Because
yeah.
if it's going to match the movie, do we have a possibility of the Falcon? We talk about it, right? Like seeing the legacy characters up through this Heir of the Empire.
You are not wrong.
Kind of have to, right? But
I'd have to.
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
of a sudden, it makes it real if they're going to put
You're
Mando
right.
on that ship.
Just like Basil G said, like, about the canon, right?
Right.
Yeah, that, I mean,
That's a big swing. That's
The
not
only
like
thing-
walking around the grounds and trying to figure out the antenna, or can I walk
Yeah.
by that X-wing? It's different.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
had mentioned before though that this the whole idea of Rada the Hutt being one of the main characters in the Mando Grogu movie, it kind of makes sense that he'd be after the people that killed his dad, right? And that would be
Yeah.
the legacy characters, which is a possibility. We could see the Falcon, we could see a Leia or a Han or a Luke
Well,
mixed
here's-
in the bunch, right? Here
Yeah,
with-
here's the thing, right? So
Yeah.
we know that they could change the ride with the video and the that part of it.
Yes.
The pre-show, when Hondo comes out and he tells you what's going on, and Chewie shows up and all that stuff. That's the animatronic show when this ride that you could
They could do
change the
that.
vocals, I guess. Like
Yeah.
you could change the dialogue, and because it's all animatronic, right? So you could change it that way. I don't think that would take Hondo and put Mando there, like, you know what I mean, like a full swap. So in my head, I'm thinking that's going to stay the same with new dialogue, and then the only Mando part would be the actual. You're either doing a job for
that makes me even double happy because now
Yeah.
you got Hondo and
Yes.
the Falcon and Mando together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a very specific time frame.
Ernie. Oh.
Ernie's
He's
gonna
getting
ruin
attacked.
everything.
What?
I'm so sorry because I don't want Chris to keep tingling even more. and
Oh,
something
no.
happens. So, unfortunately, they can switch it.
They
So
can.
we're in we're in the time now of the animatronic does not stay there.
Gotcha.
If there is something wrong, it's actually removed and pulled, and they
Yes.
just have would look
got a
like
picture of that.
containers. Okay, would look like containers set up.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm on
it's
it,
into
Gordon.
that
It's
further
coming.
one where the face is now mapped or projected on, so that you couldn't change, right? But we could take down Hondo and replace them with Amanda.
Yeah.
You could.
And here's the thing too, though, because
It's like
you could
addressed.
still.
So,
Yeah. Okay. So
unfortunately,
That's fair.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
might
the
be
thing-
easier, honestly,
It-
than
it
redoing
is.
that and put
Right,
Mando
yes.
has no
because
have
like
his
we
helmet
said,
on. Easy.
yes, correct. And the video, that's a video screen.
Right.
You know,
Right.
It's a video
But even-
dialogue that happens.
But
so,
even to Chris's point, you put Mando and you're driving the Falcon, even those two entities as
Yeah.
and you put that in the movie as like, okay.
And now you have forget Mando and the Falcon. Now you got Grogu near the Falcon. For some
Yeah.
reason, that makes it more important.
yeah.
And that's just
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
no reason because
Yeah.
Yoda
Yeah.
has zero to do with the Falcon. But
yeah.
Ernie, do you
it
know anything like as far as time wise, or is that something that they're really
There you go,
Like-
right there. That's whenever they
Yeah.
took down Hondo.
Yeah.
They put boxes in his place. So
I mean, it's nice.
and they just ran the show without the animatronic? Is that what
Yeah.
they did?
You just
you,
run by
you
that
still
part.
heard him?
It's
Oh.
no, it's a video
Oh.
being played.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
got
screen
it, got it.
It's a video, and he shows up on the video,
Got it.
and he still does hello, my friend, everything. So
Yeah, just no animatronic. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So maybe
Correct.
that's they're testing
That
that.
sounds
out.
like the
Yeah.
Indiana Jones line.
Hello, my
Yeah.
friend.
Sala. Hello, my friend.
The seat belts. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sala Hondo, same dude.
same dude.
same
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, just
So
like
it could happen with Mando there, or you just take him down, put that up, and make it a whole video sequence.
why don't you just
But
add
whatever
Mando
they
to
do,
that dialogue?
whatever they
Right.
do, we've got the Falcon
Yeah.
and the Mandoverse.
That's- that's-
And
that's the-
that's the key.
That's the key.
Right. That's the
My
key.
thing too is like you're saying is that being there. I think the major one is Chewie coming into play.
Yeah.
Chewie's the character that ties it together for everything.
Yeah.
He's the one. Chewie, let me borrow the Falcon, and even though it's him and Rey out there talking, so I
Mhm.
feel that Chewie is the one who's going to be brought into the mix of the movie.
And at this point,
Oh.
I would think Chewie's away from Kashyyyk. We're past the Aftermath books. We're past First Shot. We're past or Last Shot or whatever.
Yeah.
Last Shot. We're past all those. So Chewie might be off Kashyyyk and be easy. This might be
Correct.
he's the
A
easy
good
connection,
target.
but
and
because
I
you don't have
gotta
to see
give
his face. And
I gotta
Chewie is
give it to
a
the Chewie there too.
and Chewie's a Disney character at this point because
Yes.
he's been used in Disney stuff.
Oh yeah,
Han
and
no, Han and Leia did too. So again, you said
and that's what I was going to say was the Chewie who plays it because it's a very tall person in there.
Yeah.
That these you see the rays that get switched out. There's like one ray that is like almost a spitting image, but then there's other ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like that. But the Chewie is very tall that I feel that dude, that's his
Well,
job is just
when
Chewie
Yeah.
because he recognizes a lot of people.
When I hugged Chewie, I was saying to myself,
Yes.
I know that there's a dude in this costume. I know, but damn,
It's
like
Chewie.
it's Chewie, dude.
and like your
He's not very
elbows
well.
brushing across his junk, and you're like, I just
Yeah,
love
I mean,
Chewie.
hey, I know that there's a dude here. I know it. but
Yeah.
You
I
give
can't
him a
help
belly
it.
rub, and you're like, okay. It's
Yeah,
going a little
and Ernie, yeah, and Ernie's 100% right. The dude that plays Chewie or whatever they have a thing because there's been times where he would seek you out and
far.
remember.
I watched him play peekaboo with you, dude.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly, and
Right.
yeah.
And a couple around the park. It wasn't like
Yeah.
in one spot.
Right. It was
effing
and
with
throughout the
you.
day.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
and the best thing is when you ignite your saber, and if it's a red crystal, he will escort you out of Batu.
Yes.
He takes you by the neck
He
and
tells you to
and I mean
go.
and
Yes.
literally walks you to the exit, not just the playing around. He's like, go,
Yeah.
and he's like, get out. Dude, I'm in line. I got freaking passes. I gotta
and he still points at me because of my tattoos and everything. He knows immediately.
does.
Like I've been far away, and he points, and he
Yeah.
already still like go. I'm like, come on, Chewie.
Oh yeah, dude.
not
It's great.
today. Yeah.
Yeah, Gordon. Yeah, it's a heavy genitalia episode today. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a stiff one today.
Heavy's a compliment on the genitalia.
Right. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It all started with 69 Days to Andor.
I mean,
That's the problem.
mood.
Yeah.
Set the
That's
mood.
what it. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah,
That's what it
yeah.
was. We did it, subconsciously did it. It is a genitalia heavy episode.
Yeah.
and
You know,
it's because of that.
Yeah,
Man,
we
we're getting all these previews for everything else and still nothing there yet. Come on.
Did anybody really think we were getting a Super Bowl? Anything?
No.
no. Well, I mean, this
People were
close,
mad.
I thought it was gonna. I just
No,
saw
but with
a
everything
Disney
dropping
Plus
right now.
60 days is the minimum or maximum they'll
maybe,
go out,
yeah.
right? We were still like 70. We're at 69 now. We were at 70
Yeah.
something the other day.
Yeah,
But 60 is the minimum, dude. And I really think they're more of a 45-day plan.
it's there,
We're
guys.
firing on all cylinders and we don't even know it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, we didn't miss that whole. Nobody did that. Damn.
I think that they do have a Disney Plus advertisement, and they said Star Wars and they had all the shows and kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
that's what I was kind of expecting more than just a Andor teaser, was a Disney Plus advertisement. Like, here's all these awesome shows,
Yeah.
and it would be a glimpse of some. But I mean,
And
nothing to write home about. But like,
There wasn't there? It was
There was.
Andor, like he was all done up.
Old
All
picture of him, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
he looked like he'd be hanging out with Mon Mothma. He was like
Yes.
dapper.
Yes. Like
Yeah.
a senator. Yeah.
we've got Dr. Brantley checking in. Sarsac Digest. Woo! This is we have to go with paid membership to even access our show after this.
Absolutely.
YouTube's gonna be like, hey,
Yeah.
Don, yeah, Chewie's not that tall, he's shorter than him. Yeah, Don's a pretty tall dude, man. Like,
Yes, he is.
so oh man, all this, it's funny because like sometimes out of sight, out of mind. I haven't been to the park in a while, just life and everything else. And but going back to it is a lot of fun. Like, it really is. And then of course they do this every year now to coincide with May the 4th. That runs in there. They have Star Wars Night. They've got the Season of Discovery is a cool thing because now it's like a 5-week or 6-week event thing, and all the new merch and everything. And I think that who was I was talking to somebody who went to a convention, said that we are back in the swing of things post COVID, everything. Now everything's back to normal. Like Comic-Con's back to normal. All these major shows are back to normal. And I think that's where Disney is probably going to, pump more interest and money into this event style thing where you can have these characters, you can blur those lines of canon just because we're asking for it. People are asking for it. It's not that people are saying no, you can't. We're actually asking for it. So it's okay to
blur it. You can just shift it away from
shift. I think a shift. Yeah, I think a shift would be great.
Would be fine. Make it the Mandoverse time frame, not the sequel time frame. It's even better.
No,
The
Mando
Falcon
works. Yeah.
Everything works at that point.
And then you do the front where the First Order is in raggedy Imperial stuff.
Well,
that'd be
just tore up remnants.
I think what needs to change, honestly, not the Rise of Resistance. I think Rise of Resistance Rise is amazing. I think that is a cool, even a story going through it, whatever.
Standalone ride.
Yeah, I think what they do need to change though is the First Order gift shop and those Resistance outpost gift shops that they have outside. Those little those mobile ones look like mobile. I think they need to get rid of that skin and make it something else, dark side, light side, whatever it is. Get rid of the First Order completely. That ship is not in the movies. That ship could stay. You can still have Kylo Ren and Stormtrooper. I'm just saying, like, the First Order specific.
Alternate.
I think that needs to go.
Right.
Yeah.
You alternate. You can have Kylo and all that. They go away. Out comes Darth Vader with classic stormtroopers. Right.
Yeah. It's
or
at the end of the or beginning
of
the land. Yeah.
4 months OG. 4 months.
That's it.
A quarterly reskin.
Yeah,
3 months and have the Mandoverse in there.
Yeah.
Either way.
What's really funny is the Toy Daring and Toy Shop seems to have no rules because they do sell everybody in there.
Yes.
That's the only place
because it's
where
the galaxy. It's
it's
again, like I said, that's a marketplace. Yeah.
Marketplace is brilliant. I love the marketplace. I think it's great because again, it's
everybody
timeless.
there.
It's everything, right? But I do think
all you got to do is remove that giant flag.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, and
That's
the
it.
gift shop.
It's-
I mean,
it really is. Yeah.
personally, I haven't seen a lot of merchandise coming out of that gift shop, like first order merch, a lot.
No.
And every time I go in there, it's the same mugs and pins and
Yeah, if
stuff.
it was Imperial stuff when I walked
If
in,
Imperial, I'd be there all day, dude. I swear,
Yeah.
like I really would. And it could be
Completely
you could do it like this is a Batu Galactic Outpost that's just a Imperial inspired. They can make a story of that. It doesn't have to be first story. It could be like Imperial
You know what, dude?
inspired.
I have stared at
stuff.
that. I don't even know what it's called. Is it called the Echelon or what is it called? The one that's there.
The
Tie
echelon,
echelon.
yes.
Yeah.
The tie echelon, yeah.
I have stared at that enough that I know an Imagineer can give us a freaking front. 2 giant wings and the front cockpit to just literally cover
Oh
the,
yeah.
the one that
Get
they
it.
have there. Exactly.
But since that ship is not
fake front
in the movies, it's just it's made
No.
for Galaxy's Edge at this point.
But
Yeah.
there's a difference between First Order and Imp ships, right? I mean, it's a little lighter and darker.
Yeah,
You have to skin it a little bit at the very least
Yeah.
to its point, right? You got to lighten it up.
And that's easy. That's
Yeah.
That's just a paint job or lighting scheme at
Yeah.
whatever it is, right?
Or they have some kind of wrap. you
Yeah,
know?
it'd be different if it was like the Silencer or a First Order TIE Fighter where it's like, okay, good, that's a multi-million-dollar prop. This
Yeah.
ship wasn't used and yeah, it does look First Ordery, but you can also, like Chris said, you can repaint. It doesn't take much
Put-
to reskin
Put
that.
one of those Imperial decals that Chris has on his new door on his Jeep, and there you go, man.
Done.
What is that?
Yep, done.
Yeah,
So
I like it.
I do too, but I don't know. Did you also hear that Disney they were debating on whether or not they think that maybe they're overpriced now?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, now a bit overpriced since I was a little.
There was a report. I
Yeah.
know, right? There was a report this past week that says, maybe we're a little overpriced, and
They're
I'm like,
admitting it.
they're admitting it that
I
maybe
like
they
that.
need to look into their pricing schemes a little. So
I agree.
I'm hoping.
The family vacation is
Well-
not doable anymore.
Yes.
What bothers me, I'll tell you this: like growing up, it used to be like a set price, no matter what. It's $70, $80, whatever it is. Now it's whenever they feel like. Next Monday could be $190
Yep.
or $129, and that's
Whatever
what gets
the
me. And whatever they
strikes them.
feel to
It's like
adjust
hotel
those.
pricing.
I don't-
It's-
yeah,
you want to throw that lightning lane at us, and it's the same damn thing too.
Yeah,
It
Yeah.
all depends on when you clicked it or what day it is. It's
I
either gonna
hate
be
that adjustable
18 bucks
pricing.
or
yeah.
$32.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Why?
That is the worst because again, that really that's why I was like, well, that's why I was like, justifies a pass, right? Okay, well, I'm
Yeah.
going to dedicate going more often. I
Yeah.
know I'm going to pay this, but I can't. Like Scott said, he attempted to go, and it was like just out of the question. It's like, forget it for a day. It was like,
$560 for a
not
day
doing
for
it,
two
you know.
people.
So
yeah.
and they really need to look at that. And a Venn diagram of people that can afford Disneyland, and one of the people complaining about the price of eggs.
I'm right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes and yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Disneyland
Oh, been
every
there.
weekend, and I can't afford it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's tough, man. It is tough. And again, with the flexible pricing and then the way they adjust the passes, meaning like the way they open the availability of a pass that you say, I'm going to go 365 days of the year, and you're blocked out. And
Yeah.
they do that just because, like, we feel like the park isn't full enough. All right, let's adjust those knobs so we can get more pass holders in, even though they paid for the opportunity to go every single day.
Right.
And that's to me, that put a big bad taste in people's mouth. And I think that when because the passes are on sale now, and they've been on sale for a while, and they're not selling out as fast anymore. And I think that's probably
Correct.
why.
Yeah, I
They're-
keep getting emails about it because it's weird.
Yeah,
same.
So
Yeah.
it's like I'm like, nah, I'm good right now.
We
We'll skip a
we
year.
decided that we could either renew our passes or we could travel the world. We could take a couple out of country trips and save up to do big vacations. And that's the route we're taking.
That's
Yeah.
kind of how we change. We go from either like trips and Universal because it's cheap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or stay local. Last year it was concerts and Disney.
Right.
This year
Right.
it's not good. It's going to be travel again. This year's
Yeah.
gonna rotate.
And like I said, I'm picking the time of year where I say, okay, I'm going to dedicate
It's
this year
expensive.
when it's something, and hopefully Disney has a new business plan where I can jump in and go, hell yeah, okay, it's cool. I can put my mindset of like going multiple times a month and having fun again, versus it being a chore to even try to attempt to go to a park. Yeah, first world problems, I know, but still, it's Star Wars. So
we grew up going there,
of course. Yeah. Well, we live
grow up
closer to the area and I used to live next, down the street from Disney. That's where I was born and grew up. And I can't, and I love it. It's too much. It's too much fun. Mando Mike is checking in late. Hey, but that's fine. At least you're here. He's like a married guy sidechick, always late. So.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah, I would. Hey, I don't know.
Chris just says yikes.
Yeah, I know.
Out of everything Chris has said tonight, it's jumped on everything. All right.
Yeah. But
you don't want that happening. I mean,
but
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying it'd be interesting to see where they go with that because they're admitting it. I like the fact that they came out with it because it's been said on everybody's podcast, especially of how you do Disney, because that's the great one. Husband and wife team.
It's a good
husband and wife team are always great to view and watch and live vicariously through that and get all the information. So
absolutely.
Ernie, you gonna pick up the Blu-ray of Book of Boba Fett when it hits? It's coming.
I have not gotten physical media in such a long time.
But it's Boba Fett.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna have to be the exclusive that gets me.
Yeah.
So has anybody thrown it out there yet? Yeah.
I know there's a Steelbook.
So I wonder if they showed the cover of it.
Nah, not yet. I'm assuming it's probably just like the poster.
Because see, I'm hoping it's helmet, but it's just Chris.
It's going to be Fennec.
He was never in his damn. He was never in his damn helmet. That would be my pick, right? To get the exclusive Steelbook, and it's his face.
Oh my god, dude! If it's him holding his bucket, I'm done.
It would be.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So we'll
let me see if there's art yet.
Yeah,
but you're absolutely right. Because it's Fett, that's probably going to be.
If it comes with all these behind the scenes and stuff like that, the makeup, interview, I like that's the physical media that I will always buy.
I miss physical media, and I love it. I used to have so much of it, but moving and not having no room, I gave them to a dear friend to like, here you go. I know he would never sell. I know he was into it too. So yeah,
I haven't bought one Blu-ray since like started streaming.
Me neither.
Like
right, neither.
I have.
Once it all came on Disney Plus, I was done. I mean, if
something
cool comes out, but
I still buy physical media for the things I love. Star Wars is one of those things. My favorite bands, it's the same thing. I will buy the physical media to support my favorite things, right? Because I also don't trust that things aren't going to one day disappear.
That's always a thing. Yeah.
Right. Because I mean, okay. Acolyte's not my favorite, whatever, but Willow also, there are some people out there that probably enjoyed that, but it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore, right? So what if some weirdo enjoyed that and wanted to watch it again? It doesn't exist anywhere, right?
And then it's so funny because it does disappear or it comes back or anything,
Well, especially Disney, right? Because they came out and said, look, it's out of the vault, and they didn't tell anybody when they were doing Disney Plus and saying, hey, Snow White is here now, but they took it off. Everybody's like, wait a second, this is supposed to be like I'll go to
your catalog.
One place, my catalog, and they're like, well, we're gonna do this limited thing, and they better never do that with Star Wars.
So I don't trust that it's all
Howlrunner. See,
that it's all going to be there.
This is the point where Howlrunner,
Oh yeah, he gets his weekly boot. There we go. According to this report, also the Acolyte might be released on the same time as Book of Boba Fett.
There you go, Howlrunner. You got Acolyte.
Weird
Acolyte
timing, right? Like that was out so long ago.
Chris, what I was just gonna say is probably when I go buy my Book of Boba Fett, here's your free Acolyte.
it comes in it on the other side. Just a bonus.
The saran wrap disc. It's all in there, like a cereal prize.
Just in the paper with the little film on the front.
They saved the last two live actions that the least favorite live actions for last is what they've done.
Gordon has actually started buying physical media again in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
I always think about it. I really do.
Never
'cause I
stop.
love having visuals of
If there
of
were
movies and-
films, I would. I have no. I have the sequels, but it's I think because they were TV shows first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just don't buy the box set because they're TV shows and they were
Right.
made for that system,
Right.
So I have that system,
Right.
That streaming.
But what if
service.
that system goes away? You know,
Well,
what
just
if
like
they'll
The
buy
Office,
them?
right? Like
They'll
The
buy them.
Office,
Like
right? It went from
Then I bought them.
yeah, exactly.
So, but that's the thing about these is they're limited edition, right? So I have the 3 Mandalorian seasons. I've got Ahsoka. I've got Andor, but you can't find them anymore. So they were limited release.
We live in a world where I can get anywhere.
Yeah,
I
there's
can
eBay.
type it
eBay.
in. Yeah. Amazon.
Yeah, the it's just the FOMO, right? It's
Yeah,
just the
I don't know. And I was that way too. And I would, like I said, if there was a film that came out on Blu-ray tomorrow, I'll grab that. I wouldn't even blink. I think it's just me and because they're TV shows.
Yeah,
it's probably what it is. I can't think of Smallville. We had Smallville and The Office.
in The Office, yeah.
Afterwards.
Okay,
That's
so
Smallville.
right now on Amazon, Ahsoka, the complete first season is twice the price it was at Walmart. So it's $75 on Amazon right now for the season.
I don't
I'm
need
sure
it right
that
now.
when season 2 comes out, I'm sure they'll have a like that's what I want. I want both, and then again,
Yeah.
I won't buy it unless it has the extras. I like the extras. I was
gonna say that too. I miss that about the physical media is when you let the movie play and it rolls right into the extras.
Yeah.
I want the
didn't know that.
artwork. I want the behind the scenes, the commentaries,
All of that's there.
the making
So-
of everything. Just because it's just now I have the experience in my hands, and like I said, I can always go to it. That's what I use my PlayStation for, is watching movies anyway. So yeah,
Stu on
VHS
Stu
or
John
I have
Jedi?
oh
No.
wow
Yeah. It's the
Stu John.
Sarlacc Digest, not the Enterprise Digest. That's the wrong show.
The Cybok.
We don't
The
talk
Cybok
about that
Digest.
here.
So we don't.
Yeah.
If you understand that reference, then live long and prosper, my friend.
Sorry.
So,
See,
That's
none of
all
us
right, Chris.
do. None of us
No,
get
none
off
of you
my
do.
lawn.
Yeah.
Get the hell off my property.
Yeah, Mando. I mean, that's exactly why I had over 500 DVDs at a time, because like when you popped in like Ghostbusters and the whole intro was Stay Puft, and you had all these extras, and then you also remember the hidden Easter eggs sections like on Independence Day. If you
Yes.
wait, if you wait, and when
Around
the beam
your
comes and hits
remote.
the White House, if you press play or something, it would go into this extra deleted scene.
Yeah.
Come on, like. Why did that
Those are
disappear?
fun.
I really did. Yeah.
streaming, man. Streaming
You know who
takes
had a
the
really-
fun out of everything.
They did.
Streaming
Yeah,
takes
because
the
they
fun
don't
out of
even
movie
give you an
watching.
option for extras.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
know-
I wish they did.
You know what I did hear though? I heard that YouTube is taking over the most as far as how people consume, is taking over as number one spot. People watch YouTube on their television versus
I do.
streaming anything else. So if you're watching us on your television off YouTube, hey guys,
Dawn of the Dead Dorn. Yeah.
Dawn,
funny.
yeah, I mean we're on your
I have it
TV,
on
so
TV right now for the dogs.
yeah, YouTube is taking over as live
Yeah.
TV anymore. It's taking over, yeah. So
Yeah.
Dr. Brand, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I highlighted this. I just whatever. So
So, but I mean, streaming pretty much took the fun. Streaming and reserved seating in movies.
yes, reserve. Yeah,
takes
yeah,
the
yeah.
fun out of things, right? Because we no longer wait in line for hours to get that seat, right?
Yeah.
It's all reserved, and streaming.
Messing
Yeah.
up with our culture.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like
It's yeah. I mean, I like. There's a reason why I still show up to a movie an hour early. Like
Same.
I'm there. I watch the
try.
previews. I watch the 20. Yeah, I'm like, it's just ingrained in me to be like, this is an experience, not just what I'm doing the next hour and a half. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, and yeah, getting there early to get a seat in the middle,
I try, but
means a lot.
that person over there, no,
No,
we
I
have reserved seats.
yeah, no, yeah.
Like the
It's good for like movies. I'm just gonna go, but like for
Yeah.
events, that's
my kids don't even show up to the trailers no more. They were
that's-
so
trailers
mad
used to
when
be
I
my favorite
dragged them
part.
there. They're like, we still have 30 minutes. I'm like, no,
Oh.
it says
You don't
7.
understand.
What are you?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
and any trailer that's going to be there, I can see
So mad.
online.
Yeah, Yeah,
that's a big screen.
I know.
Right?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I know, man. It's
Us catching the Star Wars trailer on our phones or on TV,
Yeah.
and then when we get to a movie that has it in front of it, it's completely different.
Yeah.
You start getting teared up and choked up. And you're like, oh,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
it's on the screen.
Yeah.
That's great.
I want to see the Superman. I want to see the new Superman trailer on the big screen. I haven't seen that one
Same.
yet. I need to see that one.
That caught so much shit, dude.
I don't know why.
DC fans are just
I don't know why.
Star Wars fans, dude.
It's not
just-
the DC fans complaining though. That's the funny part. It's the people
Exactly.
who are, yeah, it's like
I've
heard
MCU
from
fans.
yeah,
No, it's the
MCU
Snyder
fa-
fans, dude.
the Snyder fans.
fans.
That
Yes,
the
there
ones
you
that
go.
really love those. I don't know why, but yeah.
Do you know Corn Sweet looks? Is that his name? Corn Sweet, David. I think that's what it is. He looks a lot like Cavill, like a younger Cavill, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like he's just even bigger than Cavill. But when you see his face and his structure when he moves around, like, oh, that looks a lot like him.
I think it's gonna work.
Yeah.
I think so,
Hal
too.
Runner, you guys go to movies with other people. I don't. I go by myself all the time because I just like being by myself. So.
It's either my
We
wife or
usually
these
go
guys.
as a group to the big
Yeah.
nerdy shows. We go together.
The big the premiere shows like a comic book movie or especially Star Wars. Absolutely, it's a group effort, especially on my. But if I want to go to the movies, I just get up and go and just be by. I don't mind going by myself.
You know,
What I don't do by myself is Disneyland because that's creepy. I tried it
kinda
once.
sucks.
I was like, oh god, this is not.
Hey,
I don't,
But
I don't know.
whenever-
I couldn't do it.
whenever a Star Wars movie hits, though, not only do we all go together, but we also get the pit involved as well. Like Mando
Yeah.
Mike has been there. Gordon has been to several of our movies, right? We
Yeah, no,
usually buy out
we
a
would
theater
buy out a
and-
theater and make it.
I
an-
missed that. We used
make
to
an
get the
event, you know?
whole theater, and, be
and we
there
will
all day.
again.
Sorry,
we
Matt
will
Logic.
again.
Yeah, easy on the Snyderverse slander. No, it's just that
I love
think
it.
it's
Well,
time
especially
for-
the Snyder cut.
I think we're just
didn't-
waiting for
I
the
didn't say it.
cohesive DC universe, DCU kind of to happen instead of this, sprinkled in
All the new stuff.
kind of continuity, like continuity.
I like color in my
maybe.
superheroes.
Yeah.
I like color. I like colors with my costumes. Yeah, Snyder
Yeah,
doesn't do color.
Stu John bringing it all back how it started, hole in the bottom of the popcorn bucket kind of place. Yeah. So with that, I
put in
think
the hole in the bottom of the bucket. Your
Exactly.
genitalia. So
exactly.
bringing it right.
Hey,
back.
exactly. We have to close it out with the genitalia show. So I think we're done. For
Did
this
you see
week,
they
guys.
decided the Sarlacc was a male? Did you see that?
What's that?
Because of the tentacles?
No.
No, I'm just going. Go.
It depends
Just move
if
on.
you read certain point of view or
That was my last
because
one. Go.
all right, guys. Well, wait. Say, Mando, I get invited to the movies when these guys feel like it. Yeah. It's a lot.
We vote.
We paper rock
Well,
scissors
we-
scissors talk with for it. So
Yeah.
should we bring Mando? Paper rock scissors leather spot. Okay, so
I need a diagram to remember how that goes.
yeah.
I think
Okay.
he's that.
Paper.
He-
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I can't
As
do it.
always,
Yeah, please.
and as always, scissors crush, rock cuts to scissors. All right, let's get out of here, guys. That was fun. There was more that we're gonna bring up, up for next week and stuff. So if you haven't, well, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna kick over to Ernie because he does it better than I do anyway. Thank you, everybody in the pit. Thank you guys showing up.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna start, but I gotta give you guys. I gotta give you the floor, man. Go for it.
Yeah, you
Go
were still
for it.
talking when after you said it.
I know. I gotta.
He can't stop.
Already
He
go.
just can't stop.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight, especially the pit and everybody who jumped in along with us. Please hit that thumbs up on your way out. If you are new here, hi, we're the Sarlacc Digest. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and hit all so you don't miss when we're on, like Wednesdays nights tonight, or we have Monday that we do as well, too. You just missed last Monday's episode.
It was a good one.
Great episode.
It was.
Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah. Go check those out. And then during the rest of the time, we have so much content on there for you to catch up on because we have tons of reviews, little news spots and everything. Here's the place to find it. But you can also find us on all social media as well, too, from TikTok to Instagram to Twitter.
No more TikTok.
Facebook. No more TikTok. No.
No,
You guys shut it off?
I steer everybody to Instagram and YouTube now.
YouTube? There it is. Scott said no more.
Yeah.
There, that's fine. And X, Chris will just fight with you. So let's just Go over to Instagram.
I
and
don't
like
fight
that.
anymore. That's why I stay off of these things. Have you not noticed my calm demeanor most of the
No,
time?
I have, but I still like to say it though because then
Jesus.
people go over there and give us a clip.
If you were more than just a floating
Brought it
head, we
I know.
would.
Yeah.
He's got hands.
Mecca like a high, Mecca high knee ho. That's what I saw right now. Your wish is granted.
Uh,
That was great. Scared me with the hands though too. Yeah. Where were those all night?
I was just thinking of
thank you guys
something.
for joining.
That was the first time that happened.
Yeah.
Check us out too. We also have a brand new and popping is the what's it called? The Discord. Do we have a link to
Yes.
that?
You're gonna make me find him.
Man.
That thing.
Look up Discord, it's there, or by the time I'm done, Scott will have it posted up too, because there's lots of
I'm
talk going
working
over
on
there.
it.
Thank you,
Or our
Scott.
Facebook 24/7 Star Wars Central Talk over there. Tons of stuff. We're everywhere. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Thank you to tonight's sponsor, Tashi Station Emporium, which you should also go subscribe to on YouTube as well too. The link is below. Great content, lots of fun videos. Our droid is being worked on, and much more projects as well. But for all you collectors out there, for all your figure stand needs, head on over to Tashi Station Emporium. You can get Spaceballs, and it's not just Star Wars stuff either. Like anything you
Spaceballs.
collect, this guy does.
Yeah.
Tashi
Try to- I
Station
try to-
Spaceball the stand.
Spaceballs. This
The stand.
My
Yeah.
Green Lantern figure, the only thing that allows him to stand is a Tashi Station Emporium 6-inch figure stand.
Yeah.
Bam,
Yes.
like that.
I'll be creating
well, too.
Spaceballs the stand tonight.
Spaceballs the stand. It's the
Yeah, I like it.
merchandise.
It needs to happen. It's gonna be your special edition.
It has to
Yeah.
be.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So go there and
The
check it out.
channel.
There goes the channel.
How have we never had a Spaceballs episode?
I know. Well,
Maybe we should have one in the future.
we should have a Star Wars
that'd be fun.
parody show
Yeah.
pretty
Oh,
soon. Yeah.
I saw Hardware Wars on VHS.
Yeah,
today.
yeah. I have the DVD.
I've seen.
I have
the- I saw
Thumb
the
Wars,
VHS
Hardware
today.
Wars. I've got the documentary where R2D2 is
Wars.
actually a recovering alcoholic.
Oh, I remember.
He doesn't
that
just
one.
have them. He like recommends them.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I don't
Yeah,
just
yeah.
collect them.
You want
I
to borrow
watch
mine?
them.
Yeah.
As soon as you said you got Hardware Wars, well, Marco was going to say something stupid. And there it was.
Yeah. He took it immediately beyond and got so excited too, right?
Here it
Oh.
goes. He's going to go off.
Yeah.
Oh
you
God.
kidding me? Yeah. He's going to be
Yeah.
checking all this week for the comments. Who says, "Yeah, Hardware Wars," and then there's Moocher Stocking. Hi, Fred. Yeah, yeah.
You want
Welcome to
it?
the
Yeah,
show.
you want to borrow it?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
And that's us in a nutshell.
yeah,
basically.
that's it.
Yeah.
Another genitalia reference. Anyway,
Thank you.
but
You caught it. I brought it all the way back. Yes.
all right, guys. Well, thank you so
Thank you.
much, everybody in the pit. You're awesome. Stay tuned for something really special with our droid down in the right there. We're good. We're good.
I think so.
Yeah.
With that, Scott.
Keep it stiffy. I mean, nerdy.
I got to pee.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.